Okay, this gets a little trickier. Be turning a goblet just like you would normally. Do the bowl at the top, define where it's going to be, where the base is going to be, and pre-shape it. But you don't do anything to the middle, because the middle we're going to remove after we do the other. So let's get a bowl gouge. Yep. Oh, that's what I want to be. Okay.
I got Danny's tool and my tool holder, and he's all confused.
I am confused. It doesn't take much.
Fuck him in my world.
So I'm just going to shape the goblet on the top. And since Rita wants to see this in a S shape, I don't have a whole lot of room to do an S shape, so the bowl is not going to be very long. Pretty abrupt. Huh, okay. Well, no, that piece that I told you about earlier, for supporting the bowl, we'll try it without it. We'll see if I can get it without it. All right.
Got an assistant. You might well use him. That way, it's not in the way.
It's not in the way. Oh, I'm done.
Those?
I saw you on that demo the other night. I've never used one.
Oh, you're done.
I'm done. Sorry. Maybe if I blow this one up, we'll do it on the next one. All right, I want to define where my base is going to be. All right, and Bill, you got a pencil. All right, so this is going to be the middle, and you're going to have concave on one side and a convex on the other, so that when we get done, this side will be like this, and this side will be like this. So you're, oh, can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to use my smaller one. Not so grabby. All right, so I'm going to go to the outside on this one, come to the middle, and then I'm going to cross the middle, and I'll be doing the other side. But first, I have to take it off here. I haven't done one of these in a long time. Frank has one. It's still in the box.
Well, there you go.
Okay. The way, let me show you how this thing works. I think we're okay the way it is. This has a cross screw from this side. It's a 5/16 fine thread, and it goes through a piece that's in the back and sticks out the other side. And as you rotate this, it moves this farther and back to off axis. Center on it is actually 1/8 of an inch from here. It'll actually go farther off axis towards the other side. But you don't once you set it and you start using it, you don't move it from off axis back to center and back off axis again. You leave it alone, and then take the chuck off and put it back on center if you want to go back on center with it. And then if you need to go back off axis again, just unscrew it, put it back on here, put the chuck on here, and you're back indexable. You can go back to where you were before, where where there's a lot of the chucks that are out for sale, which were about 5 times what they were charging for this one, and they are they're not indexable. You have a screw plate or something that you have to attach it to be able to move it. And there's something I did forget. A rubber band, like off of broccoli. I knew I forgot something. Okay. So when you put it on and you bring this up tight against the face of the chuck, the piece that's on the inside is brought up against the inside of here, and it centers itself and makes it and brings it in. So it's non-wobbly. Did you find one? You're looking, okay. So what you do now is to be able to figure out how much off axis you want.
I've got some real long ones you have to double or triple.
I put them around there.
Okay.
I can do it without it. Just do a pin here, and we're only doing 180 degrees. I just make a pin mark on here. It'll be easier. All right.
Maybe this stuff. Better make a mark just in case.
I will. Okay. So what you need to do is to look at the end, how far off axis you're going to be. So the center right now is right down here. See, right off to the side, right here is where the center is of the off axis, which is too far off axis. So loosen it back up. We'll pull it back towards the center again. And all that depends on how far you want to go off axis. You can't go farther off than you have in diameter. Right there it is. Let me go a little bit more. We'll try it anyway. Okay, Ron. It's all or nothing.
All or nothing.
All or nothing. Start on slow speed. Faster you go, the less air you cut. Thank you. All right, see what we have so far? This is your concave side, convex side, the concave side. Now when I reverse them, then this one will be this one and they'll reverse. So we'll be on the outside working on this one and the inside working on this one.
Well, that's clear as mud.
That's what the rubber band's for. Okay. Now we'll take, I'll use a pencil. Do that. All right. And it won't mark.
Right.
Well, we'll do the, okay, so we put a mark on here at this jaw. And that is our starting point. It doesn't matter where it is in relationship to here because that doesn't matter. So you go there. Now we want to go to the opposite jaw on the other side to here, and I'll put 2 marks there, which say that I'm on the other. That's my second position. 2 marks. All right. Now loosen it in the jaws, and you rotate it. One went to 2, and 2 goes to 1, 180 degrees.
Well, that's clever.
Now we'll be doing the inside of this one and the outside of that one.
Oh, that would get so screwed up right here.
You can, hey Ron.
Yeah.
All right, this is where your shadows come in. I don't know if they can see it, because it shifts. See how it shifts? But you can see it. See the shadow inside? There you go. That's close.
What I'd like to do is get the strobe effect from the overhead light.
You can
one
see
of
the
them
shadow
pretty
that
good.
you see the shadow that I'm talking about. You'll have a curve here, and then a curve on this one, on the inside.
All right, you want it back to 650 where
Eh,
you had it?
We're fine.
Does that help you?
Yeah. That should go a little faster. Now I'm getting really close to being to my goblet. Now there I'm actually back on center there. And I'll actually go past center. Here, I'll let you see what I have so far. Any questions?
Yeah, I've been standing here watching you the whole time. The only question I got is, how'd you do that?
I told you that I did this when I worked in a machine shop when I was trying to figure things out. There was quite a few of there was some, I should say quite a few, there was a lot of off-axis interest, some of it between centers where you mark it and you go off center that way, making candlesticks and such. And then Echelon or one of them come up with one where you use a actual screw chuck, and then he uses a jam chuck. Well, to me it wasn't indexable. Even the screw chuck, when you were using it, if you got a little bit of a catch, then it would throw it off center again, throw it off of its mark. And they actually work different. You take your goblet, you take your goblet or whatever you were turning off axis and put it on a screw chuck, and then the screw chuck was mounted to the off axis chuck, which was then mounted to the chuck on the lathe. So if that screw twisted in the wood, then it would move this a few degrees, which would throw off what you're doing. So I didn't like it. So then I said, well, you need to be able to hold your piece in your chuck, go off axis, go back on center again, and then go back off axis and be indexable. And that's what the whole purpose of the way I made this one. So. Okay. I need to go back to this one on the outside. It doesn't have enough curves. See how this one got a curve on the outside, this one does not. So I go back to this one by going out, back 1 to 1. Now I'm on the back on the outside of this one. So I can bring this back down and clean this up. Still got 44 people? Still got 44. I'm amazed. Okay, I need to bring that one more that direction. This one is okay this way, but if I go more here to make it thinner, I may have to come back to that again. All right, we're going to go back the other direction one more time, and then we're going to go back on center again. You got this all figured out, Ron? Well, you got the video.
I'll have to watch it 4 or 5 times.
I think they finally took me off the web, but you could go to shapeshiftertools.com. I still have on YouTube videos for Shapeshifter Tools. We'll do a little bit of sanding, and then we're going to go back on center again. Oh, what time is it? I got 45 minutes.
Get all the time you need. If anybody's got to go anywhere, they just got to go.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I got to get another beer.
Now if we want to sand this side, seam a little bit more right there. Okay. All right. I may need that wrench now. Hang on, let me. I got it. Now, if you don't touch nothing, you can put it back on and go back to the same position. Just like when you loosen it in the chuck and you move it from one position to the next. Now I put it back on, we're still right on center again. All right. So now, my little spindle gouge. Oh, I put it down here. All right. All right, look. Now we're okay. See the, I can put the, I'm gonna put the tailstock up. Let's put the tailstock back up. That's why I brought that live center. See the shadow in here? Yeah. You can see where this is solid, yeah, and that's a shadow. Then you want to remove that shadow. And we're going to do the same thing in here. You can bring the middle down if you want to. Keep doing what I just did, and you can do the middle so that it looks like the top and the bottom if you want. So it's got a thin piece in the middle, or you can leave it thick and just leave it just a little bit of an indentation and then sand that up and clean it up.
Yep, that's magic.
That's magic. Stay above center, right? You gonna put finish on it?
Off the lid. Well, Miss Rita, what do you think?
It's gorgeous. I love it. An S. Woo! That's beautiful.
Yep.
It can be, you, you can do it with 1C. You can, okay. You can do it with 1C. You can actually do it where the stem of the goblet is coming down the side over here, so that it's not in the center any longer. You do the bowl, then you move it off axis and you do the stem, and the stem will be way over to the side.
That could be neat too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Looks
All
good,
I
Danny.
have to say about that is,
Yay! Yay!
Looks good, Danny.
It does.
All right. Any questions?
What's the
What kind of what kind of a finish would you put on it?
squirt can lacquer.
Squirt can
Okay.
lacquer. Ooh. Somebody else had a question too. Sorry to say it again.
Any questions?
Nobody's typing any questions. Anybody want to ask Danny anything? Just press your space bar and talk.
Danny, you mentioned those, the chuck was available somewhere?
The one for doing the pins?
No, for the bowl, the goblet.
No, it is not.
Okay, thank you.
I'm sorry. Like I said, I had Penn State. The guy called me to talk to Penn State looking for one. And it's not fair of me to demonstrate something that you can't get, is it?
Sure.
No.
If you want to borrow one, I can loan you one for doing a project and to play with, but I will want it back.
$500 deposit, and you can make checks payable to me.
Ron says that you have to leave a deposit. All the checks are made available to him.
Fun to watch in any case. That was
Well-
cool.
Yep.
Thank you.
That was cool.
When we're able to do a Wednesday night thing again, we can go out to Danny's and use that jig on one of his lathes and turn a goblet out there. Be a fun thing to do.
Absolutely.
Hey, Danny,
We're-
since everybody's listening right now, do you want to mention your Tuesday, Thursday that you were talking about? Not everyone was around last night. About the learning center, what you're trying for.
We're working diligently to do that. 9
Do what?
a.m. till 2 p.m. and then another one from 4 to 9, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Limited to 4 people. Mask and bring your tools and all that.
Is there going to be a sign-up thing somewhere?
Is it going to be a what?
Sign up.
Sign up.
Yes, as soon as I can get the powers to be to get it set up on our website. There'll be a sign-up sheet like there is for the doing the fairgrounds and things. If that doesn't work very quickly, I'll try to find out another way of getting a sign-up sheet going.
And that, whatever you have it available, it's gonna go to the Central Florida Wood Turner site, right? It'll go to the Central Florida Wood Turner site as far as somebody wanting to sign up for that, right?
Yes, I'm gonna try to put it on the Central Florida Wood Turner site. I've already talked to Kent and to Bill Dalton about getting it set up. So they're supposedly working on it, I hope.
That'll be nice.
So I'd like to, we're all starting to go stir crazy. And
Starting.
if I can get this thing going in the learning center where everybody behaves themselves and that all works well, then I might come back and start opening my shop back up so we can use bigger lathes and have more tools.
That would be fabulous. Thank you for even thinking of it.
Doc Steve is just going stir crazy trying to get me set up so I can do it.
Yeah, yeah. We've already gone stir crazy, so you know.
Yeah.
We're there.
Some of us were a lot closer than others.
Hey, Danny, right in front of you, are those inertia sanders that Ron's got on the wall there? Turn to your right. Look across at the lathe. You've got 4, it looks like inertia sanders.
Yeah,
Take it you made those?
yeah. How many do you
I-
want?
I haven't seen anything like that before. You know, all made like that. Cool.
Double-ended
What's that?
is $50. Send me an email.
You're gonna make money out of this thing yet, aren't you?
I will try.
Okay, I see how it's done. Cool
Yeah,
beans.
send an email if you want one to ronwoodturner@gmail.com.
That's a pretty neat idea there. I like it.
They work better than any of the other sanders except for maybe what Danny was doing tonight. Danny's a magician, so that doesn't count.
I noticed it got dark.
Any other questions? Anything you need to know that maybe you're not even related to this that we might be able to help you with?
Danny, did you get rid of the cedar tree?
Nope, still there.
Will it be there October 7th?
What was that?
Say that again.
Will it be there October 7th?
What about October the 7th?
Will the cedar tree
Oh.
be there?
Right now it's been there for a couple weeks, so I suppose it'll be there in another couple weeks.
Yay. Okay.